Hey folks, this is the third video of the series. So I would strongly recommend you guys to watch the previous two uploaded videos so that you can be in line with the course. In the last session what we did was we created this application with the name Amazing Rentals, and we spoke about the folder structure which Visual Studio gives us by default. So today we are gonna dwell much more inside the basics of MVC. As we already spoke, like what project we are going to undertake. For our project, we'll be needing two classes. One is appliance class and another one is customers class. So what we are going to do right now is firstly, let's go and quickly create an appliance class, and we'll see like how shall we approach afterwards. Okay, because first of all our motto is to get familiar with MVC. So let's just follow up. We'll see appliance.cs. All right, start it. Whenever we have to create classes, we'll be creating it inside models because that is our entity. Okay, so just let's give us two properties of this. One would be integer id, and then another would be, let's say, name. Okay, let's save this. Now we have a model in appliance. All right, now what we have to do is, see, in the last session what I told you was, we the route takes care of the entire routing part. So here we have a default route, so whatever URL is in this pattern, we got to configure our application the same way. Okay, so let's say our URL is a/b/c. A will be assigned to controller, B will be assigned to action, and C would be assigned to ID. Okay, so now let's go ahead and create a controller, because a controller will be calling your views, okay, by after interacting with models. So in order to do that, right click on controller, add controller, click on MVC5 controller, add, let's call this one also appliance. Okay, now whatever action we take respective to appliance, like creating, displaying, getting appliance, everything would be done inside this controller with different methods. Okay, and as we create controller, we'll be having a default action result, or this is like action method or the normal methods. So we will be having lots of methods like creation of appliances, for getting appliances, to get a single appliance, to delete an appliance, to edit an appliance. Okay, so as of now, as our focus is to just see the flow of MVC, what we are going to do is we'll be creating an instance of the model class, that is our appliance, and what we'll do, we'll throw it on the view and we'll just display it. Okay, so what we are going to do first is we'll include the namespace using the application name. The application name is Amazing Rentals dot models. Okay, now here what we have to do, we have to create an object for this. Okay, so appliance app equal to new appliance. Let's give property name, let's call it as television. Okay, now what we'll be doing is, whenever we create any action method, we return view or a subsequent part. Let me show you first. See this, these are the action types. Okay, like these are the examples of action type, and these are the helper methods. So whenever we are returning view result, we need to implement views. Okay, for partial view result, partial view. uh, this will become much more clearer when we work upon it. See, and each and everything derives from action result. So by default, what Visual Studio template does is it will give the parent object to you. So this is the parent. We can even use view result here. View result, and then we'll be passing the view. Okay, because view is the helper method for this view result. And as action result is the parent of view result, you can also use this view as the helper method for action result. Okay, let's not confuse ourselves. Let us first see the implementation. Okay, so what I'll be doing is I'll be passing this model to this view. Okay, now let's see, do we have any view inside this? Inside this view folder, we don't have any view inside this appliance. Actually, this is previously created. Let me delete this. Okay, now what I'll do is I'll create a view. Now to create a view, right click on this, add view. So as we have added the view from this action result, the name of the view which is populating is directly from the action result name. Okay, now we have lots of templates for this, for creation, deletion. As we are very new to MVC, first of all we'll go for the basic one. So let's select empty. Now this is a layout page. Layout pages are like master pages in our .NET like web forms which we used to create. So will be this layout will be there inside shared folder, and then you have to click on layout. Okay, now let's add the view. See, this is the normal view which got added. So whenever you are passing a model to view, make sure to register your model there. So here what we have to do is we need to write model and then the fully qualified name. Now again, fully qualified name would be amazingrentals.models.appliances, correct? So now what actually we want to do, we just want to test whether it is working or not. So we'll just display the one property which we assign, that is name of the appliance. Okay, to display that, what we'll do is we'll write model dot. Okay, let's build this first. Okay, so we have some error. Let's see what is it. Okay, are we missing one? Okay, all right. Amazing renter does not return. Amazing renter controllers, not all returns a value. Okay, we have index, view, result, app view. We are returning value. Alright, if you do like this, you got to create differently. So what we'll do is we'll write action result only right now. Okay, action result. Then go to the view. Let us build first. Again, it is saying the same thing, action result. Index is not returning the. Alright, where is the return? Okay, now let's build. So build got successful. Now let us go to this view. Now what we want to do is we want to display the property name. So model dot, why is this not coming? Name. Okay, yeah, one more thing I want you to know is, as this is CS HTML, this page will be having both the HTML part and the CS part. Whenever we are representing the CS part, see, this model is actually an object, right? Object with the property name. So whenever we are writing the CS part, we got to start with @ so model dot name. Or Alright, now let's browse it. To browse it, just press Ctrl plus F5. So we are browsing application controller with index action method, and it is returning what? The view, and which is displayed here. See, we are just displaying the name, and the name is present here. Alright. So now what we are gonna do is, let's see uh, more about this. See, this is normal, like we have created only one object and we are returning it to the view. But as we go further, we'll be dealing with much more complexity. Rather, I should say there would be list of appliances, right? Like television, uh, let's say AC and all. So what we are gonna do is, we'll be creating a list and we'll be passing the list to the model. We'll see how to do it in the next video. Okay.